And I've learned to love me too. Never have I felt that I could be all that you see. It's like our hearts have intertwined into the perfect harmony. This is why I love you. Ooh, this is why I love you. Because you love me. You love me. This is why I love you. Ooh, this is why I love you. Because you love me. You love me. I found love in you, and no other love will do. Every moment that you smile chases all the pain away. Forever and a while, and my heart is where you'll stay. This is why I love you. Ooh, this is why I love you. Because you love me. You love me. This is why I love you.
So beautiful.
This is why I love you. Because you love me. You love me. The stars have all aligned, and right now is the perfect time to say, I love you, 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 I do. This is why I love you. This is why I love you. Because you love me. I found love in you, and no other love will do. Please be seated. Good evening, everyone. Try that again. Good evening, everyone. Thank you very much. We are gathered here today in the presence of family and friends, under the sight of God, to celebrate one of life's greatest moments, to give recognition to the worth and the beauty of love, and to add our best wishes and blessings to the words which shall unite Rolando and Raymond in the loving bond of marriage. Now, we come here today not to mark the start of a new relationship, but to recognize a beautiful bond that has persisted for 22 years and will continue to evolve. Now, our couple would like to thank each and every one of you for being with them here tonight and for supporting them through everything it has taken to make this evening a reality. Indeed, all the time, conversations, and encouragement that you bestowed upon this incredible couple throughout the years has helped make them who they needed to be to first find themselves and then ultimately one another. Now, Rolando and Raymond, to stand before all those that you love most in this world and to promise to love another person openly and trustingly without limits or preconditions for a lifetime is perhaps the bravest thing that a couple will collectively ever do. And this is undoubtedly a promise you've both been making within the privacy of your own hearts, but it is also a promise for us all here tonight to bear witness. Now, what I want you guys always to keep in the forefront of your minds is that your marriage and your relationship as a whole is created by friendship, respect, and love. As you both bring with you the dreams which drew you together, you bring the fullness of your hearts as a treasure to be shared, and you both bring with you the amazing abilities to view the world, yourselves, and each other with incredible senses of humor. And gentlemen, as any married couple in our audience can surely attest, at times you're going to need that sense of humor in marriage. Now, love itself is a miraculous gift, and a wedding is a celebration of that gift. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what we're all here to do this evening as we are gathered together to be overjoyed for and with this amazing couple who are so wonderfully suited to each other that it is pure delight for the rest of us to see how overwhelmingly happy two people can truly be. Gentlemen, I'd like you to smile for the crowd, please. Now, when we think of love, we often speak of two people who deserve each other. And not only do Raymond and Rolando deserve one another, but they're such an incredible match. And their marriage, far from being something they had to work at to achieve, was inevitable. They are the example of love with its own lightheartedness that can dissolve the notion that love itself is always hard work. Now, a commonality amongst all people is the need and the desire to love and to be loved. And the highest expression of love between two people is manifested within a monogamous, altruistic, and a committed marriage. And marriage will expand your horizons as an individual, define you as a couple, and will ultimately deepen your love for one another. And like anything else in life worth obtaining, marriage will take the work of two dedicated individuals. Now this day, the day of Raymond and Rolando's wedding day, is a day about love. And it has been said, if love is not all, then it is nothing. Now the basic tenet behind this quotation is all you guys simply have to do is love one another, and that love will shine through in everything you do for each other, how you treat each other during good times and in bad times. And remember, love itself isn't a word, it is an action. Love is not only something you say, it is something you do. And love is genuine, honest, open, compassionate, and kind, sometimes can be blind, and love does not know space or time, nor ever look through jealous eyes. Now, there are many different types of love, almost if not all, that are represented here tonight. There's the love of family and children, of brothers and sisters, and finally, the love amongst friends. And not only do our couple love one another romantically, and you can see it in every look, every moment they're together, they also love one another as best friends. In fact, these last 22 years, they've harvested an amazing friendship, which is the bedrock for their relationship going forward. Now, this friendship and love and enjoyment as such will help sustain the promises you will both make momentarily. Now, in addition, gentlemen, the love collectively in this room from family and friends will help sustain and support the promises you will both make today. All of us here tonight, in some way, shape, or form, will help solidify this bond as you are joined together in partners for love, for life. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the peculiar thing about a New York State marriage license is that it only has 2 spaces that are reserved for witnesses. And yet everyone here tonight, in some way, shape, or form, has been a witness to the amazing and benevolent aura that personifies this couple's relationship. Their sense of values, undoubtedly instilled in them by their respective families, are rivaled only by their senses of empathy and compassion. Now, within Rolando and Raymond's dynamic, compassion resides within those actions both prodigious and modest in impact, from the unequivocal support they give to one another to chase down their own respective individual endeavors, to within those seemingly little gestures done on a daily basis. My favorite thing about Ray is his selfless nature, Rolando once told me. He is always willing to help people and never expects anything in return. Now, compassion is manifested within the unwavering support Rolando gives to Raymond in his artwork, in Raymond's renowned foot massages. On the way, he brings Rolando, whose aversion to mornings is legendary, coffee in bed. And care resides with the most cuddles every evening as they watch TV together. Now, gentlemen, these simple acts of love, while sometimes may seem inconsequential to the giver, often leave a lasting impact whose effects are felt for years to come and are the adhesive that bonds the relationship closer together when through the passage of time the novelty can wear thin. Now, our couple's relationship is also typified by an amazing sense of perspective, which enables them truly to place an immense value on the effects they've had on one another's lives. Now, when describing this indelible imprint that Raymond has left in his life and his heart, Rolando once told me, when I came out as a gay man, it was Raymond who gave me the most courage to do so. And this is something for which I'm eternally grateful. Now, I recall our couple's second date and how Rolando was running late. Thinking this was not going to happen, Raymond was admittedly crestfallen. And there he was, ladies and gentlemen, one of our grooms feverishly running down the block in anticipation of his lateness. Now, from that moment onward, Raymond told me he knew this was the man, the one man he would spend the rest of his life with. And whether they're traveling the world in search for new and innovative and inspirational artwork, or at home enjoying a home-cooked meal and a movie after a long day, the true beauty, ladies and gentlemen, of this relationship is that they found so many perfect ways to be themselves and to be together at the same point in time. Now, you have some words you prepared. I hope you're going to pass
Rolando, today is the best day of my life. Today is the day I pledge myself to my best friend, my partner, my love. I remember clearly the day I realized you were the one for life. It was on the second day we were supposed to meet at the beach. We agreed to meet at 10 in the morning, and it was 11, and you have not arrived. I was so disappointed. Thought, oh well, I guess he's just like all the other guys, never show up. As I got on my bike to go back home, I could see you running from a distance because you didn't want to miss me due to the bus being late. I felt my stomach fluttering and my heart beating just like it was raining. I knew my life was about to change, and change it did. 23 years later, here we are. Not only did I gain an amazing companion, a friend, but I have also gained a family that cares for me as much as I care for them. One has been supportive and loving in every respect. My commitment to you is one that I'll give willingly and without hesitation. From you, I have learned how to dream for more and what it means to have a partner who supports those dreams. I vow to be patient, honest, and every loving in me as I'm sorry. I vow to be patient, honest, and everything you love in me as a husband. I promise to challenge you to be everything I know you could be. I'll never become self-satisfied and to always be yourself, see yourself as I see you. an amazing man, my husband. As your husband, I stand by you, shoulder to cry on, a place to rest your head. I promise to wipe away your tears of sadness and elicit tears of joy, and let everyone who will listen know how much I love you. I'm a firm believer that things happen for a reason. There is a reason you came into my life, and I vow never to let that moment vanish from it. I promise to always keep track of your keys. Your wallet and your shoes. I promise to always clean as you go. And of course, to always bring your coffee to bed. Lastly, I promise to honor you, love you, and always be faithful, every day giving you a better version of myself.
Softly, I can't see no names. Okay, so, Raymond, you're my impossible. You're the realization of everything in life that I thought could never happen. You are my proof that God is very real and that He hears and answers prayers and loves us far more than we can ever begin to comprehend. You have given me the courage to be completely and free myself in ways that I did not even know I could be. You have created in me a capacity to love and to accept love that I did not know if I would ever experience. I promise to see you and to cherish you even when life becomes chaotic and blurred. I promise to never stop working to grow and strengthen a relationship even when you may feel tired. I promise my whole heart to you and you alone forever, even in a world that seems to view that promise as only temporary. Today as we become husbands, nothing seems to be beyond imagination. I think of the family we have, the places we will travel, and the prayers we will pray, the challenge we will overcome, and the dreams we will dream. I realize that the only true impossibility is that there will never be enough days, hours, minutes, or seconds left in this lifetime for me to love you. I love the way you care for me and care for others without prompting. I simply love the way you love me. I see you, Raymond Ortiz. You are beautiful. I see your heart. That's why I love you. You are my somebody. You are my person. You are my man, and I choose you. Today we are surrounded by the love and support, and I want all of these people and the world to know that I'm committing to you this day to spend the rest of my life with you. I accept you as you are, and I offer myself in return. And so I promise to respect and trust you. I promise to be faithful to you always. I promise to walk beside you, to foster a relationship of equality. And I promise to support you, and I will continue to romance you, even when we are old and gray. I will love you unconditionally far longer than forever. From this day forward, Raymond, my heart will be your shelter, and my arms will be your home. You shall never walk alone.
You can hold on to that. Brings us to our next point. Do, Rolando, take Raymond to be your lawfully wedded husband, to have and to hold, in good times and in bad, in sickness and in health, for richer or for poorer, for as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Pass the mic to you, soon-to-be betrothed. And you, Raymond, take Rolando to be your lawfully wedded husband, to have and to hold, in good times and in bad, in sickness and in health, for richer or for poorer, for as long as you both shall live.
I do.
Now the marriage ring seals the vow of marriage and represents a promise for eternal and everlasting love. Now the ring itself is placed on the fourth finger of the left hand because it was traditionally believed that this finger was a direct connection to the human heart. I'd now like to introduce Freddie for the presentation of Raymond's ring. We'll get it one day, gentlemen. Take two. Please repeat after me, looking at your husband-to-be. I promise to you, Raymond,
I promise to you, Raymond,
to commit my love to you,
to commit my love to you,
to respect you as a person,
to respect you as a person,
to be with you
to be with you
through life's changes,
through life's changes,
and to nurture
and to nurture
and strengthen
and strengthen
this love between us
this love between us
for as long as
for as long as
we both shall live.
we both shall live.
As a token of your promise to Raymond, please place the ring on his finger.
Now, Alberto.
Raymond, please repeat after me, looking at your husband-to-be. I promise to you, Rolando,
I promise to you, Rolando,
to commit my love to you,
to commit my love to you,
to respect you as a person,
to respect you as a person,
to be with you
to be with you
through life's changes,
through life's changes,
and to nurture
and
and strengthen
strengthen
this love between us
this love between us
for as long as
for as long as
we both shall live.
as we both shall live.
Similar to promise to Rolando, please place the ring on his finger. And now, at the request of our couple, the wedding prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, our hearts are filled with great happiness on Raymond and Rolando's wedding day as they come before you, pledging their life, hearts, and lives to one another. Grant that they may be forever true and loving, living together in such a way as to never bring shame or heartbreak into their marriage. Temper their hearts with kindness and understanding, and rid them of all pretense of jealousy. And help them to remember to become one another's sweetheart, helpmate, friend, and guide, so that together they may meet the cares and concerns of life more bravely. And with the passage of time, may the home they are creating here today truly be a place of love and harmony, where your spirit is ever present. Bless this union and walk beside Rolando and Raymond throughout their lives together. We ask for these things in your name. Amen. Amen. Gentlemen, may the blessings of life, the joy of love, the peace of truth, and the strength of spirit be your constant companion now and always, as I pronounce you partners in love for life. Gentlemen, you may now kiss one another.
Places where I Congratulations, Ray and Rolando. I love you guys. Mwah.